we believe the world is going to come to an end, or a supposed end this year. We've had this idea about solar flares and solar winds and solar storms, that all of the solar radiation and whatnot that we're supposed to be hit with this year,
It's supposed to be pretty bad.
Is
record-breaking, actually. And which record was in what, March? So
yes,
far?
there was one of the biggest solar flares, solar winds that we've gotten was this year. It was in March. We believe we're going to get it the worst in December.
Yeah, knocking out all the communication. And it's not the solar flares that we are concerned about. It's the how the people will handle it.
The aftermath.
How the government won't be able to keep control. And I mean, we're going to take a whole bunch of evidence, like Hurricane Katrina. How did the people react to that? How long did it take for us to actually get help down there?
Mm-hmm. And that was when there was help that was able to be provided.
Exactly.
If these solar flares and storms and winds, knock out all of our power and all of our communication, then we're not gonna have any control over the people, and there's just gonna be mass anarchy and chaos.
Exactly. And I mean, I would like to think that mad cow disease and zombies and all that, that's what we really focused on. But the solar flares is what has me scared, because this year alone is supposed to be the most, like you said before, and like I said, December is coming up relatively quickly, and I don't know, I'm just worried more or less that it's going to knock out the power, electricity. There's going to be a scramble for food. Everyone's going to be trying to get safety,
yeah, which is why we could really use this bunker.
I'm not worried about you and I, as I said before in one of our other videos, and the conversations that you and I have had, is I'm more scared about how I'm going to take care of my family, my wife, and it's like you and I'm not worried about you and I. I know you have my back, I have your back, and if we don't get this bunker, we're going to have to improvise, and we're going to have to improvise very, very fast.
Yeah, on the fly.
On the fly. And I mean, I know December is still a ways away. We can always try to find an alternative, like we have, like going to the prison. We're going to...
But the thing is with that is, even, it'll be in December, and December's up here in, the very tip top of New York, get cold, and they get very snowy and icy. So having to make that journey or that trip with, a family, your wife, and then our parents who are both, in the older ages, I'm not 100% sure that they could make that journey, and we won't leave them.
We can't. It's it's emotional support, the guidance, everything that we've learned mainly stemmed through them.
Yeah. We owe them a lot.
We're still learning. I mean, we know more than they do as far as survival goes. We have the ambition, the stamina, but there are things that we still can work on, and only experience through life that they have will allow us to go through that. And that's getting us on this show is very, very important to us, because we will be working with professionals, maybe. It gives us an excuse to test out what we know. We get to see how other people react to different situations.
What else we can learn.
It gives us the ability to evolve to different scenarios, and it's all that combined that makes it very important for us to get on this TV show. That I know we will survive.
Yeah.
So,
and one thing that I was that just came to my mind just now is that a journey, a trip that might take you and I, 3 or 4 days, with other people with us, might take up to a few weeks. And at that point, like I said, the winters up here get bad. If it happens in December, I don't want to risk that, with our families.
Right.
With something which is why we could really use this bunker. Just to know that we have that safety and the provisions and stuff like that for when it all occurs is just, it's all about peace of mind.
Absolutely.